Hello everybody who is watching this video, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you another IELTS speaking cue card question together with a sample answer prepared by myself. So if you're ready, let's get started. Here is the question. Describe a person who has apologized to you. Questions about apologies often appear on the IELTS exam. That's why it's essential for you to prepare at least one answer about asking an apology. Okay, we have 4 sub-questions, and our sub-questions are who this person is, when did this happen, and what does this person say for apologizing, and finally you need to explain how you felt about the apology. Here are my quick notes. You know that you're given 1 minute to prepare your part 2 answer, and you need to take advantage of this time and make a quick plan for your answer. So I also made a quick plan. Here is my notes, and I'm going to talk about my brother who broke my tablet accidentally, and as a result he apologized. He apologized profusely, and in the end I was so sad, but I couldn't do anything. So I'm going to talk about these 4 things in my speech. Here is the script of my speech. I've already recorded my voice and wrote the script down, audio scripts. As you can see, I have highlighted some parts, words and expressions which are highlighted in yellow. These are words and expressions which I'm going to explain after ending my speech, after finishing my speech. And words and expressions which are highlighted in green, these are interesting grammar aspects which I will explain after the recording. Okay, if you're ready, let's get started. Deliberately or not, sometimes we all do harm and hurt other people's feelings, and it happens to everyone. I used to have a tablet, an iPad, which was precious to me because it was one of my first independent purchases. My little teenage brother was very curious about new technological items, and he would often play on my tablet. At that time, he was undergoing a teenage period in which most young people become disobedient and influenced by friends a lot. And during this period, young people usually like to show off their belongings or abilities, thinking that they have already matured. One day, my little brother took my tablet without my permission and he went out. He was riding a bike and holding my tablet in his hands. And he accidentally dropped the tablet on the ground. And the screen of my tablet was badly damaged, and it was impossible to read or see something clearly on the screen. I was very sad, of course, not because it's expensive, but because I had worked it and saved up for it on my own. And my tablet gave me a sense of self-pride. Well, my brother apologized profusely, but it was already late. There was nothing we could do to change the situation. I said I was okay, but in my heart, I felt hurt. I was upset because my brother didn't understand the real value of things for which you work hard, and he was too young to realize it. I hope perhaps someday when he becomes fully grown up and earns money independently, he will be able to understand. Sometimes I joke with him and say, "You owe me a new tablet." Yes, God knows whether he will buy a new tablet for me or not, but I want him to learn to appreciate things, not to take them for granted. That's the end of my speech. Now we'll discuss with you words and expressions used in the speech. So one of the words which I use, the first word which I use, it's deliberately. Deliberately, it means intentionally. In other words, it means on purpose. Example, I'm sure he says the things deliberately to annoy me. So it means he says them on purpose to annoy me. Another word which I use is undergo. Undergo, it means to experience something which is unpleasant and which involves a change. So she underwent an operation in her left lung last year. So undergo, it means to experience something unpleasant and to experience a change. Another phrasal verb, well, show off. Show off, it's a negative phrase, and it means to behave in a way which is intended to attract attention or admiration, and other people usually find it annoying. So when you show off, it's a negative situation, like you want others' attention and it irritates, it annoys other people. Example, She only bought that sports car to show off and prove she could afford one. Mature is another verb which I used in my speech, and mature, it means, it's a positive word, and it means to become more developed mentally and emotionally and behave in a responsible way. Example, girls are said to mature faster than boys, so they usually become more developed, they usually become mature means to become adults. They become adults more earlier than boys, faster than boys. Other words and expressions. Profusely. Profusely, it means in large amounts, a lot. For example, she apologized to us profusely, or she thanked us profusely. Another verb which I used in my speech was owe. Owe, it means you need to pay or to give something to someone else because they have lent you money to you, or in exchange for something they have done for you. So, for example, I owe Janet 10 pounds. It means before Janet gave me 10 pounds and now I owe Janet 10 pounds. So when somebody owes something, or when you owe somebody something, it means you need to give this thing to this person because before they have helped you, they have given you the same thing. Another expression, take something or somebody for granted. If you take situations or people or things for granted, you don't realize and you don't show that you're grateful for how much you get from them. For example, one of the problems with relationships is that after a while you just take each other for granted. So take something or somebody for granted means you don't realize how important they are. You don't understand. You don't show gratefulness to this person or to this thing in this meaning. Now let's discuss grammar features used in the speech. The first one is used to. Used to refers to repeated past actions which do not happen now. Like you did it before, but now you don't do it anymore. Example, I used to play a ball every day in my childhood. So it means I played a ball every day in my childhood. It was a habit. Repeatedly I did it, but now I don't do it anymore. And another grammar aspect is would. Would is also synonym for used to. It also means repeated past actions, but it's a little bit limited. Would is not used in questions, in negative sentences, and with state verbs. So it's a little bit limited, would, while used to is more universal and it can be used in different situations. So example for would. My grandmother would cook my favorite meal every time when I visited her. Okay. Another expression is in which I used in my speech. In which is a replacement for the relative question when. For example, a teenage period in which most young people become disobedient, or a teenage period when most young people become disobedient. So when and in which, they can replace each other, but it depends on what kind of word is used. The word should be used with the preposition in. So in the period, it's the correct. But you cannot say a day in which. A day preposition will be on which. So preposition before the word which depends on the noun which is being defined. The last expression is not because but because. This is the expression which is used to emphasize the real reason for something, not a reason which seems obvious and not like a real reason. I didn't do it because they told me, but because I wanted it. So not because they told me, but because I wanted it, I did it in this meaning. So I'm emphasizing the real reason, not the reason which seems obvious. So that's the end of my speech and of my video. Thank you very much for watching it. If you like the video, please support me by subscribing to my channel. And also please don't forget to hit the like button and the notification bell in order not to miss future upcoming videos, because I'm gonna make even more interesting and more videos on IELTS speaking questions and other aspects of IELTS exam. Also, please share the video with people who are studying for the IELTS exam. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and see you in the next videos.